What is up, guys? What is going on? Today's topic of discussion is a smaller displacement bike better than a larger displacement bike? Now, I personally think that there are reasons, and there's always the standard reason is it depends. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get into it. Alright guys, what is going on? So I might be a little bit biased in this discussion of larger displacement versus smaller displacement, but I think before that we kind of need to set some categories up here, to be honest. I think there is small displacement bikes like mine, which is just a 125cc motorcycle. Then you have the middleweight bikes, which is anything from really a 600 all the way, I'd say, to probably an 800 motorcycle. I'd even say a 500cc motorcycle might be in the midweight. And then you've got bikes over that, which is over 800cc's, and just absolute fucking monstrous bikes. So what I mean by that is these bikes are, you know, only the tippy top of the percentage of riders in the world might be able to ride those bikes to their full potential. Now, disclaimer as well, I am discounting Harleys. I'm sorry guys, your displacement is just displacement. It doesn't really correlate to power, so I know that's a general thing. I know you guys have powerful bikes, but on a general speak, I'm just discounting all Harley displacements. So yeah, so now that we've got our categories, my general logic is I don't really think there is ever a need for a 1000cc motorcycle. That's just gonna come right out and say I don't think thousands ever required, ever. Maybe if you're, you know, on the road, or maybe if it is a touring bike, sure. But other than that, 1000 super sport motorcycle, it's just so not required. You just don't need it. It's too much power, it's too much torque, and in a general sense, you're just not going to use all that power on the road. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. How would I know? I'm riding a tiny little 125, and I kind of agree with you. I have not ridden, actually that's a lie, I have ridden my mate's S1000, and it is a hoot of a bike. But again, it's not really usable power. When you go to the second and third gear, it's just so redundant, because you have so much power that you're never actually going to use that sort of power on the road. And if you are using it on the road, you got other problems. You're going to be speaking with God very soon if you're going to be in 5th and 6th gear, right? So yeah, that's my sort of thing of a 1000cc motorcycle. Now, small bikes, firstly, they are far more nimble. They definitely 100% use less fuel than bigger bikes. And more to the sense, I think small bikes are just a little bit more fun. You could really rev out a 125cc motorcycle at road speeds. You're going to be having a blast. They're lighter to maneuver, so in traffic they are usually better. And this is, I'm talking about like a 125 to 250 category. You know, they usually aren't as obnoxiously loud, although I'm looking at you R3 guys out there. You guys, some of your exhaust guys are getting a bit loud, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it still sounds alright, so I'm not going to hold that against you. Smaller displacement bikes, I think, also, on a rider perspective, they kind of don't mask some of the mistakes that you as a rider make. So what do I mean by that? Alright, so mid-corner, if I'm going around a corner and I get the wrong line or I get the wrong gear, my 125 is not going to let me just power out. The speed, if I go into the corner at a wrong RPM or the wrong gear, I'm forced to stay in that gear. And if I'm riding in a group, you're going to notice that I was in the wrong gear. Everyone's going to ask the question of, what happened to you mid-corner? Where'd you go? Well, as on a larger bike, just having the sheer power just allows you to just say, well, I'm not really going to worry about my roadcraft. I'm just gonna power out of the corner. I'm not gonna worry about corner speed. I'm just gonna power out of the corner. And that sort of riding for some people, I guess, you know, again, I have to always say it really depends on your situation. But this is just one man's opinion, right? Now, middleweight bikes, I think, is where it's at, right? It's a middleweight bike. It's a lighter than 1000. It's got more power than the 125 bikes, and I really think manufacturers have got it correct. They've chosen, and rightfully so, they've chosen to really focus on middleweight bikes because they seem to be the perfect blend of bike. So when I come back to displacement, smaller versus larger, my vote is going to go for smaller displacement bikes. Are always going to be way more fun than larger displacement bikes. Now, there is only one caveat here, and that's going to be that if you're going in a straight line, well, you're going to want more power. But if you like the corners, and if you like, you know, if you just enjoy riding your bike and having a good time at simple road speeds, you can't. Oh, there's so much gravel. You can't really beat a small bike for just a hoot of fun. Just not possible. You can have way more fun in a small bike without ever requiring more power. Guys, that's what I think about smaller versus larger capacity CC motorcycles. What do you guys think? What do you think is the best displacement motorcycle that you can buy? And do you agree with me on the basis that obviously smaller CC motorcycles or smaller displacement motorcycles are better than larger displacement motorcycles? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe. Take care out there, guys. Enjoy.